Welcome to the AT&T Girl League recap show with your host, Jordan Carothers.
Guess who's back? Back again. Jordan's back in first place. I'm not moving my desk back now. Welcome to the Week 5 recap of the AT&T Girl Fantasy Football League. Can you guys hear me nice and pretty? My name is Mr. First Place Jordan Carothers, your one and only, your host, your commissioner, your handsome, fearless leader. And this is the Week 5 recap, and we're not going to waste any time. We're going to jump right on into it.
Football!
You know, I gotta scoot on over this way. So, we have room for our first matchup, which is me versus Scotty Boy. And I won. And I went back into first place, as I should be. I won 227.82 to 188.88. Justin Fields has figured it out again, and I love to see it. Kind of regret trading Justin Fields to Cordell in another league that we're in, but we're going to ignore that for now. Justin Fields, and the fun part is it's not running the ball. He is running the ball, but it's passing. It's the passing numbers. Justin Fields is suddenly a good passer in the NFL, I guess. I don't know. Who knew? Tyreek Hill, 36 points on 181 yards. That man is he's fast. Besides for that, everything was pretty standard. Wilson was okay. Puka Nacua was okay. Miles Sanders is getting cuttable. I mean, not saying getting cut. He's getting cuttable. We'll see, though. We'll see. On Scott's side, no one really blew it away. Thielen was very good with 11 for 107 and 1, but that's still only 27 points. I still had a few guys above that. And Stafford was his his third best player. Second best was David Montgomery, who has found new life in Detroit with 109 yards there, because Jahmyr Gibbs was, of course, out. And he had a lot of single-digit players. Didn't help him. On to the next matchup, though. That is Tuafinity and Beyond, our good Browns fan friend, Mr. Ryan Murphy, facing Bijan Mostert, Mr. I used to be in first place until Jordan took it back from me, Joshua. So on Murphy's side, Richardson, that injury to Richardson is going to hurt him. Does he have another quarterback on his roster? He has Brock Purdy, and Brock Purdy was great. And he has Daniel Jones too. Well, he hurt his neck, so a stupid neck, so that ain't going to help. But he does have Purdy, so he can throw Purdy in Richardson's spot. But that injury hurt this week. But Jamar freaking Chase with 55.2 points. Bengals look good again, man. I don't know. I was saying that I was kind of out on Burrow, but Bengals are looking good. I'm going to move this mic just a little bit. So anyway, he had a lot of good players. 25 points from Achane, who's also injured, unfortunately. Now Waller finally got in on it with 16 points. AJ Brown with 18. Good week overall for Murphy. But on Mr. Bijan Mostert's side, he had one of the worst weeks that we've had in this league so far, with only 178 points. Even his best quarterback. Usually you expect to get those points from the quarterback. 12.94 was his highest score at quarterback from Lamar Jackson. We'll talk about his other quarterback in a moment, okay? Nico Collins, not great. Gabe Davis on a, I think, 4-game touchdown streak. He had that, but he also had a goose egg from Darnell Mooney. And that just ain't gonna cut it. Dallas Goedert, though, he might be back. Who knows? On to our next one, the Derek Bowl, and we have a winner in the Derek Bowl, and that is going to be Mr. Derek Fink Easy Breecey, taking down DV with discount double checkdowns by a good 30 points. High scoring game for Derek, he has that ultimate quarterback thing going on with Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes. It was an average Pat Mahomes game, but Josh Allen, very good, even in a losing effort. He did lose his number one pick, though, Justin Jefferson. We'll get to that soon, too. 29 points, though, from George Pickens. Look at this man starting to figure things out. Even DeAndre Hopkins. Tennessee, it's where old wide receivers go to die, but DeAndre Hopkins is trying to fight it. Breece Hall looks incredible again. Kittle, 3 catches, 3 touchdowns. All counts the same in fantasy. On DB's side, he had Jalen Hurts with a great game. DJ Moore with 53 points. I lost a league because I was facing DJ Moore. Not this one, but another one. I lost by the time that first game was over because that man just, 230 yards, 3 touchdowns. Like I said, man, that Bears passing attack, it's coming alive a bit. A few single-digit games there. Terry McLaurin, Devontae Smith was really bad. Matt Breida, I think his time's pretty much up here with Saquon coming back. And our final matchup, this one came right down to it, didn't it? I know you guys were talking about it in the group chat too, and this was a very last-second win by less than a point. Deshaun, don't touch down there. Jake beats Cordell. Cousins, Digg, my Chubb. Jake not quite out of it yet. He said, don't forget about me, 2-time champ. I'm still here. He got a great game from Sam Howell. I don't know about Sam Howell, man. Like, some weeks you think, he's a career backup, and some weeks you think this guy, he's got some juice. He's got something. Jordan Addison, the new Vikings #1 wide receiver, had a great game. Rashee Rice, that was a good pickup by him. I really liked that pickup. It didn't win the award, which we'll get to later, but I thought about it. He had a touchdown. He's a good-looking rookie. Handsome rookie. Travis Etienne had 36 points in that London game. He had a great day. And, a few single-digit guys. Garrett Wilson was not great. Khalif Raymond, it was a desperation play by him. Tony Pollard had a very bad day. On to Cordell's side, though, a good day overall by his quarterbacks. As I said, Joe Burrow, the Bengals, they're looking good again, man. Joe Burrow might have gotten things figured out here. Kirk Cousins had a pretty decent day. Stephon Diggs had a great game. He had a few 20-pointers from Ridley and Jacoby Myers. He had some single-digit points from Brian Robinson, James Conner, Evan Engram, Chris Olave, who looked like he maybe tweaked his ankle a bit in pregame, but just couldn't help him out quite enough on that one ankle, and Cordell goes down to Jake. But we're going to move on to the Week 6 look ahead.
Football!
Our first matchup for Week 6 is Mr. First Place, the Mauve Avenger, Jordan Carothers, facing his little baby boy cousin, Derek. Easy, Breecey. And I'm going to show why I am the dominant family member here. I am projected to win currently by about 15 points, but of course it's early in the week. Rosters are going to change a lot. Justin Fields, man, I'm starting to feel good again. I was really out on Justin Fields a few weeks ago, and I'm back in. And as always, the wide receiver core, guys. Oh my God, my wide receiver core. Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, if he's healthy, Puka Nacua, and Cooper Kupp. I just like to say it's Puka Nacua. Together, you can play both of these guys, and you're going to have a great day. Running back is a bit more questionable, kind of like the Rams at wide receiver. I'm playing 2 Colts running backs because I don't know which one to start. So I'm just going to say, fuck it, play them both. Madison, he's okay. Mark Andrews is always a great start. And you got a couple other guys in there, too. On Derek's side, of course, he has those damn quarterbacks, Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen. You guys ever hear of those guys? For wide receiver, he's currently playing 2 Ravens, kind of trying to go with my strategy, but with a much worse passing attack. Breece Hall, though, man. Ooh, I'm scared of Breece Hall. I'm not scared of Kareem Hunt. And Ramondre Stevenson, I don't know. I think Stevenson's going to need good matchups. As always, I'm not going to project the winner for my game, so we're going to move on to the next one, which is Tuafinity and Beyond, Mr. Ryan Murphy versus Cordell, Cousins, Digg, my Chubb. 2 3-2 teams going at it. Currently 3rd and 4th, so this should be it's kind of like a game of the week kind of thing we got going on. For Ryan Murphy, he's got Purdy in there now. I see that now. Of course, he has Tua. Tua is always great. Chase and A.J. Brown is a deadly wide receiver combo, and if they pop off at the same time, you're in trouble. Josh Jacobs, Damian Pierce, and oh boy, I don't know how to say the Arizona running back's name. Hold on. Demercado are his running backs. Darren Waller at tight end. If Waller can keep it going, you're looking good, but he's a little banged up. Daniel Jones is a little banged up. It's iffy. Cordell's side, I believe in Burrow again, man. I hate to say it as a Steelers fan. I believe in Burrow again. Diggs and Olave. I'm worried about Olave's ankle a little bit. I don't know. Who knows? Ridley and London are both so on and off. They'll come out. They'll have a huge game. They'll come out the next week. They'll give you a borderline goose egg. I don't know. DeAndre Swift has been great. Kyron Williams, that's another one I'm kind of worried about because I have a lot of Kyron in my leagues as well. but I'm kind of worried about him because I think he's going to lose a lot of targets now. We kind of saw it already. He's losing targets with the return of Cooper Kupp. So you kind of got to cross your fingers because I think that's what really gets him his points or those receptions. Ken Walker, Evan Ingram, yada yada. True. I'm giving my projection here to Mr. Ryan Murphy because I'm just gonna say this is gonna be one of those weeks where Jamar Chase and AJ Brown manage to pop off at the same time. The AJ Brown matchup against the Jets is not great. I'm assuming Gardner will be on Brown, but I think they'll find a way somehow, some way. I'm just gonna give this one to Murphy. For the next matchup for Week 6, we got discount double checkdowns, DV versus Deshaun. Don't touch down there, Mr. Jake. Jalen Hurts, CJ Stroud, DJ Moore. If DJ Moore can keep it going, man. If that Bears passing attack can keep it going, DV might have himself a superstar there at wide receiver. Waddle, Smith. Man, Smith is another guy who he's had a few games here where he's just really disappeared. But he still has Christian McCaffrey. And Christian McCaffrey is that dude. Does he have another running back on his bench he can put in there for Burrito? He's got Javonte. I think he can definitely play Javonte. It looks like he's practicing in full again. He has Roschon as well, but Roschon is iffy with the concussion. Don't know. So I think he's going to replace Burrito, probably with Javonte or something like that. So I'm not worried about that. He's got Cole Kmet, which was a sneaky steal for him. Debo, and okay, that's Saquon in there with Matt Breida right now as well. Okay, that's probably going to change, obviously, going forward. On Jake's side, Sam Howell he's one of those guys you need to cross your fingers. He has that pop-off game and doesn't disappoint. Now, he does have the new number 1 wide receiver for the Vikings with Jordan Addison. Great first name, and I think he's going to be big the rest of the year. Garrett Wilson needs a better quarterback. Etienne and Pollard, that's a great 2 starting running backs, I think. Yes, James Cook as well, which I'm iffy. I don't know how I feel about James Cook. But Travis Kelce, he's going to play. I definitely think he's going to play, but how hampered will he be? So Kamara in that flex spot. Man, looking at these two... It's so hard to look past Travis Kelce and Alvin Kamara and Addison, but I'm just gonna go ahead and side of DV on this one because it's also hard to beat Christian McCaffrey. And if DJ Moore keeps going with the Bears' newfound passing attack and Jalen Hurts finds his legs, it's gonna be a tough day. Last matchup, I'm 12, and what is this? Mr. Scott Snyder over here. Bijan Mostert, Mr. I used to be in first place until Jordan took it from me, Joshua. Projected to win currently is Josh, 229 to 195. I don't think I've been saying those projections. I apologize, but we don't care. Josh has Mr. Lamar Jackson, Mr. Justin Herbert. It's a great 1-2 punch at quarterback. I don't think the finger on Herbert's left hand is going to affect him, but you never know. It's not his throwing hand, but he can't take snaps too well. I assume he can't take snaps as well, so it's iffy. Mike Evans, as long as that hamstring is healthy, he's great. What does it do with hamstrings this year? Has anybody else noticed that? It seems like hamstrings are just exploding all over the NFL. I don't know what's going on. Keenan Allen back off by Gabe Davis on a 4-game touchdown streak. He's got Bijan and Derrick Henry and Raheem Mostert. A-Chan is down for the count. Raheem Mostert, I think, is going to absolutely eat. Scott on his side. CeeDee Lamb, I love. Thielen has been such a great pickup off the free agent waiver wire for him. Ayuk is so solid, man. I didn't know if he was going to be the number 1 guy. I feel like he is. Mixon, Hubbard is iffy. David Montgomery, especially if Gibbs is still out. I love Montgomery. But I'm giving the projection here to Josh. He's not going to go back in the first place, but I think he might at least win the week. So, I don't have an extra segment for the week, so here's everyone's favorite team's best play for the week. Enjoy.
Football! We're down to 1:23 to go on a 2nd and 9. Pickett lines up a deep ball. Separation. Touchdown. George Pickens. It's Pickett to Pickens for 41 yards.
Go with Ryan Wright instead.
Oh, fake.
There's to the up back.
They're going to have the first down. It's Chandler we talked about earlier that clung to Kevin O'Connell and told us watch out for him in future years. And they snapped it. 4-man rush. Love. End zone. Intercepted. Good night.
Picked off by Amik Robertson. Off the line of scrimmage because he's cluing into the quarterback. He's beat. Watson's not running full speed because he doesn't want to run out of real estate because they're so close to the end line. But what a play by Amik Robertson.
Had command. Running play to Strong. Breaks away, and Strong gets caught from behind, loses the ball at the end of the play, but it is down on contact.
Right now it's Green Bay's ball from their own 17. Tie game. Love out to his left. He's got Watson all alone. Christian Watson makes a move. Finally get one downfield. Watson with a horse collar tackle is dragged down by Marcus Peters. Biggest play of the night.
Football!
And we're going to wrap it up today with awards, as always. We're going to start it off with the best transaction. And I did think about a few different ones here, but I ended up giving it to Cole Kmet on DB's team because he's the tight end 4 on the season. Now that the Bears kind of figured out how to pass the ball again, tight end 4, if he can keep it going, that's going to be a huge pickup because it is not easy to find good tight ends on the waiver wire. Weekly MVP, I considered 2. I was between Jamar Chase and DJ Moore, but DB with DJ Moore lost, and Murphy won, so we're giving it to Jamar Chase on Murphy's team with 55.2 points, 15 receptions, 192 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And he had the 40-plus point bonus, too. 40-plus yard point bonus as well. Huge week for Mr. Jamar Chase. For the weekly dud, as I said earlier, you typically expect your quarterbacks to be the ones giving you the big points. And Josh made the mistake of playing Mac Jones. What's his first actual name? Like McCorkle or something? McCorkle Jones? Some weird shit like that. 1.4 points by our scoring. 110 passing yards, 2 interceptions, and a forced fumble. This man, he needs benched. I mean, I don't think Zappy's necessarily much better, if at all, but Patriots, man. Sorry, Cordell, you lost Brady. He's gone, man. He's not coming back. Biggest blowout award is Murphy over Josh. Mr. used to be first place. Okay, I'm going to stop making that joke. 88.15 point victory. That is a big boy win. Biggest upset. So I'm taking into account both how much the underdog won by and how big the projection gap was, and putting both those things into perspective into my consideration here, giving it to the Derek Bull, Derek Fink over DV. DV was projected to win by 9.74. Derek won by 30 points, so I gotta give it to him. The worst injury, that's a pretty easy one. That's going to Mr. Justin Jefferson with a hamstring injury for Derek's team. Derek, I'm sorry. I know every year, man, this kind of stuff happens to you. It's brutal. It's the game we play. So maybe in a few weeks, who knows? But anyway, let's look at the standings to wrap up today's episode.
Football!
For the standings, first place, I said it 30 times. I'm in first place. I'm 4-1. We have 3 teams at 3-2. Bijan, Mostert, Tuafinity, and Bijan. And Cousins, Digg, my Chubb. Of those, it's still Josh leading the way in overall points between those 3 teams. But let's see. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. Yeah, I looked at the right thing. I'm sorry. I almost looked at the wrong column for a second. Josh is leading the way for the entire league with overall points with 1204. After that, 3 teams tied at 2 and 3. Deshaun, don't touch down there. Easy Breecey, and I'm 12. And what is this? Of those 3, Jake has the highest point total. And all the way bottom is DB. Sorry, buddy. 1 of 4, 1,165 points. But that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the AT&T Girl League recap. And I need a pen. Oh my god, no. I can't do this without a pen. Do you guys like my shorts? Gotta get the cams out. You know? Found a pen. Found it. Alright, ready. Alright, see ya. Missed anything like that.